listening to Cherie Davis, Shemansky Park in Portland, Oregon. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
So this next song coming up is actually a tribute song to missing and murdered Indigenous women and children that I wrote. It's actually on my new album. And this song also just won the Academia Music Awards and the Global Music Awards, and it just got nominated for Hall of Fame of 2023. So I was really happy to see that, you know, because we need this, you know, we need to be noticed. We need these things to come out because there's a lot of people who go missing, never return home, or they're never found, or in a lot of cases never investigated. So this song is actually a tribute song. It's a prayer song that I wrote called The Missing Ones.
Thanks, Queen. Miss you too. I'm doing great. How yesterday?
This song is called
Today.
Spirit of the Running Wolf. I think I have one more song. Where's my guy that tells me how many minutes I have? I don't know.
Good to hear. Saw your comments and I appreciate them. Right on. Thank you, Dwayne. Sorry to hear that.
That was called Spirit of the Running Wolf. That song is actually on my new album, Children of Mother Earth. You can find me on YouTube or on my website, SherieDavis.com, which is SHERRIE, Davis.com. And then, here he comes.
We're listening
Thank
to
you so much
Cherie
for having me
Davis,
today.
Live in Portland, Oregon.
All right, one more round of applause for Cherie Davis. Thank you. Ow! Next up, we got the Four Direction drum groups. Harold Paul is the lead singer and founder of the Four Directions drum group, all the way from back in 1986, the 1900s. Ew.
Everything is great with me. Thank you, Dwayne.
He is Nez Perce, and they
Lisa Blessing.
are
Hi,
a
Lisa.
multi-generational
Thank you,
family drum
all the way
group
from Texas.
who perform and sing with many
Thank you
for
your
many
support,
different
Lisa.
occasions,
I
be it
appreciate
powwows,
Lisa's
leisure, ceremony, both with their singing, drumming, and their dancing. And so they're going to be on stage here for you today. I think we got some dancers here that are going to be right up in front for you to give you a little presentation. While they get set up, I do want to make an announcement, and I would like to invite each and every one of you to go visit some of these vendors here. We got Piney Was over here under the blue canopies. The Future Generations Collaborative came out under the white canopy. Nara Northwest is back there under their white canopy. And we also have Kata Casa, who's back directly in the center. They have land back shirts that they're providing for people. You can even bring your own shirt, get a land back print on it. Hola. But we will have Four Directions here in just a moment. So thank you, folks.
So that's right, Four Directions is coming up. They actually were drumming last night at the powwow. So we're following pretty much the same trail on the Red Road. So yesterday, Native Outlaws and Four Directions drum was at the Turner Powwow, Turner, Oregon. Right on. So anyway, thought I'd turn this camera around, remind you who's running this platform. Don't forget, feathers up. Just means wear your pride, share your pride. Oop, drop my readers. Right, do a couple shout outs on here. Dwayne Zoller, yay, drum time, can't wait, wahoo. Right on, Dwayne, and they're gonna have some dancing too. So anyway, I'm kind of keeping it low as far as my voice because there's people around me. And I want them to have a good time, just like you. Dwayne Zoller, all natives are pretty and cool, just like you, Gary. Have a good day. Thank you, Dwayne. I appreciate you and your support.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Cool shirt, Gary,
I'm
right?
going to be doing a short presentation. My name is Harold
Feathers
Paul,
up.
the lead singer for the Four Directions.
All right, here we go.
The drum is been called Four Directions back in 1985, 86. That's when I started my drum group. And the idea was to pull some of our cultures, our different ways, our different people from all over. And I invited a lot of people that were different tribes to come around and
Thank you, Lisa.
we could learn a little bit about each other's singing. And that's what the powwow singing is about learning about each other's culture. So a lot of people think that Native American people are the same people. We're not. We come from different walks of life. We have different traditions, different ways. So I'm going to take the word good in our language. In my language, good is tots. Tots means good. If you say it in Sioux, it's washte. If you say it in Blackfeet, it's sukapi. If you say it in the Cree, it's miwasin or miyasin, depending on what province of the area you're from up in Canada. So that's just 4 different languages that was being introduced to each other as a people when society decided to put us down into Oklahoma for a little while. And a lot of my tribe did not survive down there because they weren't used to that climate. Way different down there than it is up here. So when you see the powwow circuit, you go out and see the people out there and learn. We get a chance to learn a little bit about each other's culture, about each other's ways, and so even though the feeling of the powwows are the same, they're gonna be differences because we're walking into a different culture, and that's what I try to explain to a lot of people that I work with when we're traveling. Is have respect for wherever we're at, because we're going to have a chance to learn about their culture. and that's what the singing and the powwows are about. My young days, the war dancing was about the men. The men were the ones that were the warriors. They were the ones that did the hunting and protected the people around them. So before that, it was a war dance. But a lot of our elders came together, wanted women to be able to be a part of this whole celebration, which was derived into what you hear nowadays as powwows. And that's the way that we're able to share a little bit about our culture. So we're gonna do a short grand entry, and we're just going with our program from there. That's a little overview of some of our dancers. We're going to get started with our jingle dress dancers, and I'm going to do a short explanation of each of the categories.
You're welcome, Dwayne.
Jingle dress dancers. This is recognized as a healing dance style. As you can see, they got jingles on the regalia. A long time ago, among the Ojibwe people, this dress came out of a dream, and it was a way of healing our people for healing. And each of those cones nowadays, you see, there used to be nowadays it's Copenhagen, but a long time ago it used to be those little snufflets. And tobacco in a lot of our tribes is a very sacred thing. It's something we use in part of our prayers. And each of those cones represented a prayer. So they weren't really that loud until later on in years, probably about the last 25, 30 years, you start seeing the big ones like this. And that's just, you feel the energy when they're out there dancing. So this does derive from a very old style dress. It's recognized as a prayer dress. And it is for our healing of our young people. You know, that a lot of our people have got caught into drug addiction and alcoholism. And it's a way to pray for our people to stay sober and help support other people around us. So this is our jingle dress. We're going to do 2 short songs. Okay, we're going to go on to our Fast and Fancy, the girls' Fast and Fancy.
Thank you, Rosie. Beautiful indeed.
So as you can see, these girls are wearing shawl dance regalia.
Sorry, Dwayne.
Long time ago, a lot
was
of
a
our
jingle dress dance?
young dancers
That was
wanted to
prayers.
dance on the floor and join in with the men group. And what some of these dancers would do is dress into the double bustle regalia. And it wasn't later on that a lot of the elders came together and got this style of dance together for the kids, for the young ones. And these are most of the time they're going through transition. This is a time that they're going from young girls to teens to adults. And in that time, it's recognized as the cocoon time. They're recognized as a butterfly dance. So you'll see a lot of really cool moves that they do out there, and it's recognized as that. So this is our Fast and Fancy, more recent style. Probably came out around 30s or 40s, 50s in that area. And that was, again, to encourage our young ones to come out and learn a little bit about their culture and the enjoyment of what we do.
Prayers up.
Okay, we're gonna have our young man come out here. Oh, sweet song. Okay, never mind. Actually, we're gonna do a women's traditional first. So come on, sweet song, you're up. And Angelique. So these are two of our dancers, Angelique Spotted Eagle and Sweet Song Spotted Eagle. We're gonna do traditional. This is women's traditional. Long time ago, like I was talking about earlier, the women would be on the outside of the arena and they would do stationary for the men group out there to support. And before they were coming out onto the floor, they did stationary, and then it went right into war dance dancing. So we're gonna have the girls do one stationary and then just go right into a regular dance. And then some of the regalia you see out here, they always have something on their regalia that represents their tribe some way or other. And so you'll see a lot of different tribes that their women's tradition are dressed a little bit differently because they have something that has to do with their people. So that's the differentiation between a lot of the men and women traditionals that you would see out there on the floor. So this is our women's traditional. Okay, we're going to have our our men's traditional, but so our young man coming out. So Julius coming out. So this is our boys traditional, and he's going to do one short song. We're going to do what we call a sneak up. A sneak up is basically a long time ago. The young men they come out and they kind of mimic a little bit about what they learn about hunting. But we also have men's traditional who does the same sneak up, and this is also recognized as a war dance song too. So these songs they would show a little bit about what they did while they were in battle, and to them it's more of a personal reason. But this is our sneak up. sometimes the songs get a little bit tricky. So we're gonna be doing our last song, and this song is for anybody who wants to come out and join in. We're gonna have some of our dancers come out, and we're gonna do a round dance. A round dance is a song that we use for meeting some of our new friends and greeting some of our old friends. And we do have a lot of old friends here, and I would like to also meet a lot of you new friends as well. So does our dancers. But we're gonna be singing the song. So anybody who wants to come out, we got a big circle right here. Make a circle right out here. It's going to be a round dance. So dancers spread out. Show them we're basically going to be doing 2 beats on the round dance. Round dancing is basically like a heartbeat. So we're always using that heartbeat feel. Okay, and come out and basically shake each other's hands. You're coming out to shake each other's hands and meet some of our new friends, greet some of our old friends. With these dances are sometimes so big, we could fill the floor about 3 times full. So you're more than welcome to come on out, because we can always make an inner circle. So if anybody wants to come on and dance, you're more than welcome. Okay? Give yourselves a nice round of applause. Good job, guys. So again, my name is Harold Paul. I am the lead singer for Four Directions Drum. Our drum group, we're pretty much a family group, but at the same time, we do represent a lot of tribes. We have Blackfeet, we have Nez Perce, we have Lakota Sioux, we have Cherokee. So different tribes that always approach us at one time or another. So again, thank you very much and have a good day.
Thank you, Harold and the Paul family.
All right, one more round of applause for Four Directions. Ow! That was awesome. So up next, we have Kunu. Kunu is Northern Cheyenne and Ho-Chunk Nations. He's a native hip-hop artist who combines both the sounds of culturally specific Native American music along with hip-hop. So yeah, we got Kunu coming on up next, and I think they're all set up and ready. So we got quick turnaround time with this one. You know, me and Kunu, we have a lot in common. He's Ho-Chunk. A lot of people look at me and say, oh, he's chunky. Hey. I tried hip hop out. All I can do is just sound effects. Sound like Little John. So Kunu, you need a Little John, call me up, bro. I got you. Hey.
Check 1, 2. Hey. Check, check. What's up, Portland? How y'all feeling? Make some noise if you love life. My name is Kunu Bearchum. I'm Northern Cheyenne on my father's side and Ho-Chunk Nation in German on my mother's side. I'm from a crew called Burial Ground Society, BGS, and with me we have Wiseacre 1, Shay Finch on the 1s and 2s. Make some noise for the DJ. Wiseacre 1. All right, here we go. In the spirit of Crazy Horse, a supernatural force, I bring the sound to the burial ground all across the nations, to all the different races, and one thing's the same, oppression it remains for the almighty dollar. Fathers will sell daughters, and brothers will kill brothers. So it seems cash is king, cha-ching, I guess I'm hunting royalties. Watch me catch my royalties, the spoils of these wars and these tours across the land. I do it for my fam, and I do it for my clan. I do it for creation, all my relations. And I do it for my fam, and I do it for my clan. I do it for creation, all my relations. Way, ya, way, ya, ya, Yahweh, ya, ya. Yahweh, Yahweh, oh, hey, Yah, hey, yo. Way, Yahweh, Yah, hey, Yah. Yahweh, Yah, hey, Yah. Yahweh, Yahweh, oh, hey, Yah, hey, yo. Yeah.
Stand up, y'all.
Check it.
Let's go, if you can.
New Native America, I am that. Andy Curtis can't keep me frozen, no, in fact, I am fluidity on the track. I give you that kickback feeling as I'm drilling deep down into the spirit of America. Smells like fracking when I'm rapping, cause my flow is on fire. Fire, fire on fire. Yo. Through the battle smoke, I evoke traditions of old, going to those places where legends unfold. Merciless Indian savages with a vengeance, born with the life sentence of being a renegade, menace to the imperial ruling class. Killers of the earth, be scared. You do not get one word. Kill your masters. Frontliners advance. All you hear are war chants. All you see is the war dance. You were in the end game now. This is your last chance. As I erupt in the forest, on the end, hair blowing in the wind, and looking like I've been living in the gym. Water protectors and land defenders, lace up your boots and rally the troops. You know it's on by the tone of the song. Yo, we're here to change this ish up in the spirit of Crazy Horse. Yo. I said, whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the police. Said, whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the police.
Whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the police.
The two.
Yeah. That's the sound of the beast.
Frontliners advance. All you hear are war chants. All you see is the war dance. You are in the end game now. This is your last chance.
Touch. Against my team, man.
When I say BG, y'all say S. I said BGS, BGS. When I say BG, y'all say S. I said BGS, BGS. Television, the rhythm of strict non-venom, sending out battle cries for a missing and murdered indigenous women. It's like the struggle is never ending, the trauma is too damn real. All you colonial minds should feel lucky that it haven't gone Bucky Barnes yet. Bet I won't forget, winter is coming and I'm a soldier on Kunu, walks through the battle smoke.
The battle smoke.
Kill your masters. Frontliners advance. All you hear are war chants. All you see is the war dance. You are in the end game now. This is your last chance. Yeah. Thank you. Once again, my name is Kunu. Burial Ground Society is the crew. We got Wiseacre 1 in the place to be.
All right, let's see if I have enough mic cable here. Knocking everything up. Yeah. Mic's hot. Yeah. One seed born to the sun, sworn fundamental, essential, spawn immortal, taught to run from truth, side of mortality, eternally shut all the doors of morality. One it is the man who refused to understand, who take the casualties in the end. Guns are drawn like lines in sand, hunted by the misconception like winter fire fan that blazes a man's desire. Collection is sold to the depths of perception, deception inspired by the evil empire clan to the misled head for the resurrection of the dead. Selection bred, no connection, dread spread like infection. Hunted by the dark reflections of evil intentions, minds the weapon to outlive this Armageddon. Step into the forgotten realm, deep in the center with a conscience overwhelming, enter the reality. Battle any contender, surrendering not only agenda, apprehend the pretender who can't comprehend the history, who bent the truth, corrupted youth. When it's zombies with no roots on a trail of ill repute, who substituted for generations mute. Time has come to regroup, bring on the troops, complete the sacred hoop as warriors shoot to kill it will with ill rhymes and loops. Get your recruits ready, lace up your boots, we rock steady. Yeah, cause he's the ill style conceiver, who's a deceiver, every kid got the fever. I'm the tangle weaver, hope to make you a believer. I'm the 500-year griever. Enslaved, digging my own grave, told too many times to behave. Who's my enslaver, who's my savior? I'm out on good behavior, look at the waters that I brave. Turned into a scavenger, now I'm a savage, but at least I got the flavor. In a giant cage, I'm still enslaved by my own lifesaver. Now I'm causing damage, slammed the real savage on the pavement for more than 500 years of enslavement. They depraved, but we still forgave. It's evident we've been put under their punishment. This isn't fiction. Time for their conviction, time for the judgment day. They're not innocent, not for the torment that we underwent. Time to get mentally violent, I may bring nourishment. Rapping instead if you let your head for men and remain and begging the immigrant, I'm the permanent resident. This is our land, we're not free, we're the ones they call the brave. Told a massacre ain't no incident, we're all the audience. In the immense offense will rise with turbulence. They'll feel the consequences of their offense when they get drenched. With the intelligence of our natural senses, instinctive common sense is the best defense. Don't be offended with my references. I'm kicking factual sentences, my ish is deep, I mean dense. F-obedience into the innocence, the secrets on the air under their false magnificence. With these rhymes at expense, I get intense at their expenses. What they get for being blind and dead, it's been years now since. So they thought we forgot, thought they had us bought off. The onslaughts and the slaughters are missing indigenous women and daughters and our incarcerated fathers. Thank you so much.
Make some noise for Wiseacre 1. All right. So So we got 2 more tracks for y'all. Let's just run it. So this one's called Master Plan. I saw some powwow dancers here earlier. I think you could get down to this track if you want. I'm inviting you to come down and dance with us. Yeah. So.
Yo, yo,
Yeah.
yo, 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 yo.
Check.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Thinking of a master plan. Got tobacco and sage inside my hand. Pulling out my wallet, I'm collecting rent. Land back as the vision stacking presidents. I got these stray on my feet, yeah. I'm so litty dog, moved out the concrete and the city smog. I'm in the trees like a summer breeze, doing what I please at ease. Best believe I'm still up and down the interstate, moving weight. Yup, all my hustlers can relate. Sip my pack is legit, straight grabbed every hit. IPI number for the international, complicated man with a simple plan. Hand to hand to wholesale, yo. I get it where I can and that doesn't masterful. You can check the receipts if you want the actuals. So is it business or is it pleasure? It's like it's all about a budget or whatever. So is it business or is it pleasure? It's like it's all about a budget or whatever. Thinking of a master plan. Got tobacco and sage inside my hand. Pulling out my wallet, I'm collecting rent. Land back is the vision stacking presidents. I said thinking of a master plan. Got tobacco and sage inside my hand. Pulling out my wallet, I'm collecting rent. Land back is the vision stacking presidents. Hey, what's up, cousin? Yo, what's happening? We land back in straight action. Aight, cuzzo, then let's do this. Dual knife to Captain Jack, we the truest. You ain't never been wrong. Family ties always keep a trapo strong. Say less, I'm feeling blessed. And these drums got me beating on my chest. I'm beating on my chest. Wanna hear the Cheesecake Jackson for the brother we will ride. Keeping your spirit so alive from the ancestral plane. Vitality remain, BGS, keep it moving in your name full. Press on these scrubs, rest ballin', stacking dubs, yeah we winning. Powwows and strip clubs and the people give us love. Yes, the people give us love. I said thinking of a master plan. Got tobacco and sage inside my hand. Pulling out my wallet, I'm collecting rent. Land back is the vision stacking presidents. I said thinking of a master plan. Got tobacco and sage inside my hand. Pulling out my wallet, I'm collecting rent. Land back is the vision stacking presidents. Yeah. When I say land, y'all say back. I said land. 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 Thinking of a master plan. Got tobacco and sage inside my hand. Pulling out my wallet, I'm collecting rent. Land back is the vision stacking presidents. I said thinking of a master plan. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. As Burial Ground Society, I think we got time for one more track. Do we got time for another one? You good? All right, cool. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know no other way. This ability to excel and prevail gotta be embedded in my DNA. Consistently putting numbers on the board, and even if I fade away, it's a pull-up mellow jumper, so it's dropping all day. And by the way, this is pandemic 2020 00 to infinity. Carmelo Anthony, Bridge City all damn day. So that means the chip on my shoulder got to be the size of a boulder. And the kid got focused that is much deadlier and colder. These are qualities you can only attain when you acquire game and get much older. But many more responsibilities to shoulder. When you survive some things, they got some like the ring on your holster. In the land where men die young, have fear for the weather, then experience one. In the land where men die young, have fear for the weather, then experience one. In the land where men die young, have fear for the weather, then experience one. In the land where men die young, have fear for the weather, then experience one. One. Yeah. Yo, this life ain't a race, it's a marathon. Ghost in it, fascinated the baton, now it's on. Yo, I'm running laps on these tracks with these raps, all facts, no cap, just slaps from the cousin smoke. M2D6, got that audio dope, and your boy will probably never go broke, cause the plug's on lock, and the product's too hot, and the business is legit. All you gotta do is press play and get your first hit. Yeah, storyteller and a hope dealer, MC for hire and a show stealer. Just an old dog soldier with the weathered holster, doing what I'm supposed to. I thought I told ya. In the land where men die young, have fear.
For the weathered and experienced.
In the land where men die young, have fear for the weathered and experienced one. In the land where men die young, have fear for the weathered and experienced one. In the land where men die young, have fear for the weathered and experienced one. In the land where men die young, have fear for the weathered and experienced one. One, experience one, experience one, experience one. Yo, check it out. The spirit of the crazy horse, a supernatural force. I bring the sound of the burial ground all across the nations, to all the different races, and one thing's the same. A precedent remains for the almighty dollar. Fathers will sell daughters, and brothers will kill brothers. So it seems cash is king, cha-ching. I guess I'm hunting royalty. Watch me catch my royalties, the spoils of these wars and these tours across the land. I do it for my fam, and I do it for my clan. I do it for creation, all my relations. And I do it for my fam, and I do it for my clan. I do it for creation, all my relations. Thank you, thank you. Once again, my name is Kunu, that's spelled K-U-N-U. You can find my music on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, all that stuff. Our crew is Burial Ground Sound, Burial Ground Society. We got some merch that we're gonna set up back there in a little bit if you wanna check it out. Really, big ups for everyone. Make some noise for all the organizers who put this together, and for our tribal community here. Yeah, right on. Thank you very much.
One more time for Kunu. All right, up next, we got Laura John, and to announce all her credentials, I do have my iPad up here because I do not want to miss one thing. Laura John is a descendant of the Blackfeet and Seneca Nation, served as City of Portland's Tribal Relations Director from 2017 to 23. She brings over 20 years of experience working in Indian country, and she's a former state policy fellow with the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, and was formerly the State Tribal Policy Analysis for the Montana Budget and Policy Center, working closely with Native American state legislators and elected tribal leaders in Montana. So give it up for Laura John.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for that warm welcome. I appreciate the opportunity to be invited here today to come and speak to you. The organizers have asked me to come and talk to you about what land back is.
Awesome! Like that!
We see the land back merch back there. We've seen it in spaces. We've heard that terminology. Today we're going to talk about what it is. It's so much broader than what you probably think it is. But first, I just want to thank and acknowledge our elders that are here. Today I was really moved as I came and went and made my rounds and said hello to people. Just so thankful that we have our elders here that taught us young people that grew up here in the city, what it is to stand up for our people, what it is to stand up for our rights, what it is to fight for the land. We couldn't have done that without their teaching and without their leadership early on in the 60s and the 70s. So I just want to give them appreciation and want you all to acknowledge them as well. The land back term became popular after the No DAPL movement. We had many, many people from many tribal nations here on this continent and from around the world that came to defend against a pipeline that was being put in a reservation area in the Midwest. We have some of those people here that were water protectors, and I want to thank them as well, because that was not an easy job to do, to be there and to put your body on the front line where there are people shooting tear gas, where there are people trying to oppress you, where people are trying to hurt you, just for sticking up for the land that it is ours, that is theirs. So I want to acknowledge that as well. Indian Collective is an organization out of Rapid City, South Dakota. If you're not familiar with them, I highly suggest that you check out their website. They have something called Land Back University. So if you really want to know about this movement and if you really want to participate and be a part of it, I highly recommend that you check out their website and hear what they're saying needs to be done. I brought with me today their manifesto that talks specifically about land back, and I wanted to start my speaking reciting this manifesto. It is the reclamation of everything stolen from original peoples: land, language, ceremony, food, education, housing, healthcare, our traditional forms of governance, our medicines, and our kinship. It is a relationship with Mother Earth that is symbiotic and just, where we have reclaimed stewardship. It is bringing our people with us as we move towards liberation and embodied sovereignty through an organizing, political, and narrative framework. It is a long legacy of warriors and leaders who sacrificed freedom and their lives. It is a catalyst for current generation organizers and centers the voices of those who represent our future. It is recognizing that our struggle is interconnected with the struggles of all oppressed peoples in the world. It is a future where Black reparations and Indigenous land back coexist, where Black, Indigenous, people of color collective liberation is at the core. It is acknowledging that only when Mother Earth is well can we, her children, be well. It is our belonging to the land because we are the land. We are land back. When non-natives hear land back, they get nervous. They think that it means putting them on boats and sending them back to Europe or wherever their ancestors originally came from. That's not what it is. Land back is upholding agreements. Agreements were made in exchange for land and presented Native people with rights, kept their inherent rights that they had before contact with Europeans. It restores those rights. But greater and beyond that, it restores our relationship with the land. We cannot be Indigenous without a relationship to land. That is at the very core of who we are as Native people. Our ability to walk on this land, to nourish ourselves from this land, to hydrate ourselves with this land, to practice our ceremonies and our ways, to speak our language, to educate our children in the way that we want them to be educated, in a way that they retain their culture. All of that is part of land back. There are a lot of various efforts that are happening. I want to acknowledge that there are frontline activists putting their bodies on the line right now, this minute, in various places around this country, this continent, and the world. We need to acknowledge that. We need to understand that they're fighting for us. One of the main differences between how Indigenous people view and understand land and the Western concept of land, the Western concept of land sees it as a commodity, sees it as something that can be sold, something that can be extracted from, something that can be political, something that can be used to build personal wealth while they leave others behind who go without. That is not the Indigenous view of land. How we view land as Native people is a relationship. Since time immemorial, we have understood and upheld our agreements that we made with the land and the animals, the fish that are in the water, all of the beings, the plants, so on and so forth. We made agreements to be their stewards, not to capitalize on them. We need to bring that back. And that is not just for the good of Native people, that is for the good of all people. The more that this movement advances, the more that land is being given back to Native people. It means that Indigenous people, the tribal nations that oversee and manage that land, are going to manage it better than anyone else, because we have a time immemorial agreement that we made with the land to care for it. And we will continue to do that until the end of time. What that means is that all tribal nations need to have their treaty rights acknowledged and upheld. No more skirting around, no more misinterpreting them. They were written agreements that are in place that need to be upheld, that made sure that Native people retain their inherent rights that the Creator gave us. Those need to be followed. If you don't know the treaties for the land that you're on, go online and go read those treaties. Read the treaties of the tribes and understand what it is that they're fighting for. It's to retain their and exercise their sovereignty. There are ongoing and constant obstacles and barriers for them to do this, and they have to spend extreme resources of time, money, energy, travel in order to fight for those treaty rights, and they shouldn't have to do that. We need to make sure that who we are electing to office are those political candidates that care about our rights. So for those that are non-Native in the audience tonight, when you are going to look at candidates that you're going to vote for, go and look what their track record is in Indian country. Do they support us? Are they standing by us? Are they making sure that those treaty rights and all of the benefits that were agreed upon in exchange for land, such as education, housing, law enforcement, food, natural resource management, that they're able to get those things? That is the basics of this idea of land back. There is so much land that was taken from Native people. I heard a statistic recently that by a certain point in time, at the height of colonization, that European countries held 86% of the land in this planet that was colonized. We need to work to undo that. Through that colonization, so many other things were taken from us as Native people. Our ability to practice our ceremonies and our spirituality, our ability to speak our language, our ability to eat our first foods. And all of those things are examples of where Indian country and Native people are suffering today because they're not able to live traditionally. They had those things taken away. I myself am a first and second generation survivor of boarding school. My father was put into boarding school, and so was my grandfather. And through that process, they had their language and their ways taken away. And now it's time to bring it back. When we see these little ones that were out here dancing earlier, that's that reclamation. That's that renaissance of our ways. Through that reclamation and through that rejuvenation of our practice, of our culture, of our spirituality, we will become whole again.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
There are efforts now to teach our young ones our languages. There are over 500 different indigenous languages that exist just in this country. And there are efforts now to put resources forward to make sure that those languages survive. We cannot be Native people if we do not speak our language. Our languages were established here in the land base that they came from. Our stories talk about when you speak your traditional language, the plants hear you, the land hears you, because that's where that language originated from. We need to return that so that we can have that strong connection again with that land base. Our connection with that land is about relationship and stewardship and about taking care of all people. There's a big movement right now in this country with regards to land back, to give back the national parks and that land that was made national parks to the tribes that are in those areas. So for those of you that don't know, when you go and visit those national parks, know that you are on stolen Native land, that land was taken forcefully and through policy. And it's time for it to go back to Native people.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
What I want those folks that are in the audience to hear that are non-Native is that we cannot do this alone. We need all people to come and stand with us in solidarity in various ways, whether it's how you're voting, whether it's showing up to someone who's organized in an event or a protest, learning about what that means, that land reclamation, learning about that so that you can help and educate other people, because we cannot do it alone. The reason that our numbers are so low is because of the genocide that was committed against us. And our communities are working hard to come back and bring our ways back, bring our people back. But we need your help.
Yes.
I want to take a moment, and I know that there's some folks that are here in the crowd that put a lot of effort into advocating, a land back advocating that occurred here in these very park blocks recently.
Hoorah! Hoorah, thank you!
Members of the Native community came to the city, stood up, had courage to question, to tell the truth, to ask for reconciliation of this land, and worked really hard to say that we need to return the oak savannas to these park blocks. These trees are not native. Returning native plants to the area is part of land back. Making sure that Native people in the city can go and practice their culture, can go and gather their foods and medicines and teas is part of land back. Creating those opportunities in the workplace is land back. Making sure that those voices are heard. They had a big fight that they had to put up in order to advocate that native trees be returned to these park blocks, and it wasn't pretty. So the struggle still continues, even in this city. We need to change that. Within all of what I've said to you this afternoon, I hope that what you take away is that land back is not only a movement, it is a philosophy. And everyone can live by that philosophy. Remembering that Indigenous people on this continent are stewards of the land, and that needs to be returned. And through our efforts, collective efforts, we can make that happen. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're freaking amazing. I love you everything.
All right, thank you, Laura. That was Laura John. I read her credentials earlier, but she's just done amazing work over the time. Laura mentioned something called Indian Collective out of Rapid City, South Dakota. Because she mentioned that, I had to take my sweater off because today I am wearing a shirt from Indian Collective. It's an organization that I went to. I love their vision. I love what they're doing. And they are creating space for not only their indigenous community, but for communities of indigenous people around the nation to rise up, to be together, to create that healing space and to do better for the future generations. So that's something that I love to support. And I definitely had to take my sweater off just to show that I represent Indian Collective in that way as an ally. Up next, we got 1876. 1876 is an indigenous punk rock band right here in Portland, the City of Roses. They proudly hail from the Blackfeet, Northern Cheyenne, and Oglala nations, mixing traditional indigenous instruments with punk rock. They have created a sound that they dubbed powwow punk rock. So let's hear it for 1876, coming to you right out of Rose City. Also represent Rose City. I did wear some new trunks that I got from the Indigenous Hoops League with the red and black roses on them. We will have them available for the community shortly, so stay tuned, keep me posted, keep a lookout, let's connect. And this is gonna be a rockin' show. They didn't invite me because I don't have Converse, but they said if I take my braid out and my hair ties and start waving my hair, they might get me on stage. Awesome. Hey. Like it. It's lots of watch out.
Right on. Sharing some culture and heritage and some tradition. And anyway, speaking about important topics that affect Indian country. Land back, MMIW. Always very important topics to discuss and to bring awareness to. Right on. So man, we're almost doing an hour and a half on the stream here. Man, my arm's getting tired too. But anyway, lots of good things going on. Just want to share the energy, share the vibe, and definitely share the message. And of course, feathers up. That's always an important message to share. Pretty much share your pride. Wear your pride, share your pride. All right, so anyway, band's about ready to play. They're getting all set up. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera around and bring to you some punk rock powwow music. So this is gonna be kind of new to me too. So Lonzo Shooting Bear, good to see you, brother. Hanging out, sharing some culture, some heritage, and sharing the vibe from it. I appreciate you, brother. All right, here we go.
You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Are you guys ready? What's going on? We are 1876, the world's only powwow punk rock band. We're here to make some noise for you. It's gonna get loud, all right? Because we want the people back in the fry bread line to hear us. So we're gonna be real loud, all right? The way we're gonna start this off is we're gonna have all you guys get your hands together, start clapping with this drum, all right? Keep clapping.
That's right, Alonzo. Woo! Big Uncle Energy.
We used to see the stars at night. We would stare into the sky and wish upon a satellite until the sun would rise and the skyline would turn gold. But I can't see the sunrise anymore. Up by all these rooftops with rents I can't afford. Surviving in the shadows, captured down from a glass floor. I noticed that the stars won't tell the stories anymore. Nothing ever stays gold, that's what I'm told. Oh, I'm riding through the city like I roll. Oh, neighborhood full of houses that I'll never own. I'm not wanting to hear no more. No, I'm not wanting to hear no more. Painted over and the stores have all been closed by people unaffected who have got cartridges just to perform. Land back the Black Lives Matter signs hang on our stolen day. They come and take my parents' home away to somebody with mom and dad money. Moved to town and wants to stake a claim, pushing the ones I love out on the street. When nobody has any empathy, nobody has any. Oh, I'm riding through the city like I roll. We're all the rude boys, they're taking our voice, you're making no noise. We're all the punks, we're all the rude boys. We're all the punks, we're all the rude boys, they're taking our voice, you're making no noise. We're all the punks, we're all the rude boys. Watching nothing in the streets. No opposing parts have that fighting to me. Afraid to fight and let your conscience speak. Babies never take the time to read. The country used to run on my lockdown. Gentrification's taking over this whole town. Police push us out of sight and underground. I will never make a sound. Looking at the mirror in the bathroom, and that's the man that he's turning into. You know the pressure's gonna drop on you, all that you're doing. Join the military when they promise to pay. So this record thing is daddy, everything with the thing. Now we watching corporations and the fascist regime. Who is just a part of the machine. Seeing what I'm seeing is a dream. See what I'm seeing. Seeing the be the same. You don't hear me. You believe it's for something that we can't say.
That's traditional.
We're out of punks. We're out of rude boys. Taking our voice, making no noise. We're out of punks. We're out of rude boys. Town is coming like a ghost town. We're out of punks, we're out of rude boys. Taking our voice, making no noise. We're out of punks, we're out of rude boys. Thank you so much.
There. Ladies only for that mosh pit.
So like they said at the top, we are the world's only the world's only powwow punk rock band. Woo! We come from the Blackfeet, the Northern Cheyenne, and the Oglala. And before we started playing, we had our flags up here. And then I think the Indians spirits that this is their land were just like, nah, they blew them down. So we are from the city, but we're not from this land, but we are from this land, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
If anybody tells you different, you come tell them to talk to us. We can help educate them.
We're talking ourselves for you. Boss.
All right.
Fucking raw. Yeah. You raw.
Is it loud enough for everybody?
Run that gang.
Yeah.
Louder. Raw. Fucking love.
She has brown skin and gold on her teeth. She's the baddest motherfucker that I am. And she don't say no shit, even though I'm scared. And the 45 shining from behind the black hair. Engraved on the pedal is a simple phrase. Words that got the fires when they start to rage. She thinks free and lets the truth speak. Combined with the beauty of the fire breaking chains. Little sister's got a pistol and there's nothing you can give her. And she's gonna ride and get on her own. She said, I did it, now I live it. If you expect me to give it, check yourself or you get left on the ground. Little sister's got a pistol and there's nothing you can give her. And she's gonna ride and get on her own. She said, I did it, now I live it. If you expect me to give it, check yourself or you get left on the ground. Whoa. Whoa. Fighting off man that were twice her size since she was half a woman. Now once again she is staring in the eyes of a man who she wants to take. And I do the opposite that I like, so I follow the road. Man, when she doesn't do it now, we got her alone. She thinks free and lets the truth speak. Flying with the beauty of the fire breaking chain. Flying breaking chain. Little sister's got a pistol and there's nothing you can give her. And she's gonna ride again on the road. She said, I did it, how I live it. If you expect me to different, check yourself or you get left on the ground. Little sister's got a pistol and there's nothing you can give her. And she's gonna ride again on the road. She said, I did it, how I live it. If you expect me to different, check yourself or you get left on the ground. He told her, listen, was it that hard for you to pay attention to me? What What's your fucking problem? This is your fault. You made it way harder than it needed to be. You said it's after tonight, I'm gonna take what I want. Trying to find it's only gonna make it hard on yourself. As you move deeper to reach, she put the crow to his teeth. The words was right on the barrel, she started to speak. She said, I don't bend and I don't stoop. I don't aim if I don't shoot. I don't bend and I don't stoop. I don't aim if I don't shoot. Let me hear you guys scream. Let me hear some Lulus and some Longhorns. Little sister's got a pistol and there's nothing you can give her that she don't know how to get on the road. I give it how I live. Tell when you get left on the ground. Little sister's got a pistol and there's nothing you can give her that she don't know how to get on the road. She said I give it how I live. If you respect it, it's different. Tell when you get left on the ground. Where those powwow dancers go, they take all their regalia off.
Scared away.
They gone? It would have been so sick.
Strong. You're strong. That's strength.
Alright.
Fucking pay
Support
you.
this. How many black feet we got out there?
1 million.
Auntie, I see you right there. Auntie, I said, how many black feet we get out there? All quiet.
1, 2, 3.
This song is got some words of Blackfeet, so the wind's gonna kick up, alright?
Tuna, peanut butter, and jelly sandwich. Motherfucker. Kick it up. What's up?
This is the sound of us moving on one crowd. If you feel it, sing a left because it's so cohesive. This is the sound of indigenous and pride of never leaving our ground. Began it's so cohesive. Our message echoes through the valleys in the cities in the reservations. It's like our soul cohesive. Our soul will never stop from singing. 176, don't you ever forget the digits. Don't mistake this for a set, motherfucker. This is the movement. Hey.
We're not worthy.
One time Ed Edmo saw us play, and Ed Edmo said, "You're not loud enough." He said, "I like hard rock." I know, huh? Yeah, he is.
He's not in the pit though.
Yeah. Ed, we're waiting for Ed to get the pit going. Greatness, we can't escape the feeling. I'm losing grip of who I am and what it is I'm meant to be. The crowd is calling, my heart is pounding. Throwing dirt on my grave while I'm planning my escape. I have no money, no car to get away. Hey, time slipping away, still I wait for this place to make a change. But nothing will change, nothing will change. No, too much to prove and nothing to lose. I'm not giving up on hope, I refuse to refuse. Not worthy of the fight you love to bring me to this world. Oh, so much to prove and nothing to lose. No, I'm not afraid of tomorrow, 'cause the future belongs to those above me the dead dream. Oh, never had a problem with telling what's on my mind. A gift that I've been given, a cook I'm still surviving, and I'm fighting every day. Promise that this world will be mine. I'm never giving up the fight. I've no money and no car to get away. I'm living on the fight day. Time to move away, to that way for this place to make a change. But nothing will change, nothing will change. Too much to prove and nothing to lose. I'm not giving up on hope. I refuse. I'm not worthy of the fight for them to bring me to this world. I'm not giving up on hope. I refuse. I'm not worthy of the fight you left to bring me to this world. Nothing to lose, I'm not afraid. I'm falling 'cause the future belongs to those who believe in their dreams.
Hope it love.
You guys like that one, huh?
Love that one.
I like that one too. We got that much in common.
Thank you.
We have so much in common. I don't know if you guys have noticed. So I don't think I've said the name of the band. Our band is called 1876,
Shut up.
which is in reference. Well, by the way, you can find our music everywhere. Anywhere you stream music, you can find our music there.
I'm in
We also have music videos. We got all kinds of stuff. We got some merch way back there in the street. We're not allowed to sell on government land because it belongs to them, not us. So 1876 is in reference to the Battle of Little Bighorn. Like I said, we're Blackfeet, Northern Cheyenne, and Oglala. We were all there. Our blood was there. We defeated Custer. We've defeated everything that's ever gotten in our way. But more important than that, we worked together. The Arapaho, the Northern Cheyenne, the Blackfeet, the Oglala, all came together with one common goal and put our differences aside and supported each other. We accomplished something that Custer himself said couldn't be done. Everybody said it could not be done. There's not enough Indians in the world to stop the 7th Cavalry. Guess who stopped the 7th Cavalry? So our name, 1876, is to remind you that as Indian people, we need to work together. We need to settle our differences, put them aside, and have a common goal. And whatever we are trying to accomplish, we will accomplish, no matter what. Because we always have the home field advantage. Crickets, huh?
Forgiven!
Oh, outside of 2 o'clock. We're gonna talk really quick.
So we have stuff for sale. My favorite thing is to talk. T-shirts, hats, whatnot down there on the street where it's legal for natives to sell stuff.
I need a whatnot.
And whatnot.
Yeah, lots of whatnot left. We only got 2 left. All right. Everybody can shut up now.
Never will I!
All right, here we go. This song's called We Will Remain. Does it ever feel like we're living through a constant state of trauma? And there's ever another way to keep us sitting with a problem? Covering up their crimes and lies to absolve them. We're living proof of truth in the rise again. You can't be denied. Can't keep us down, 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 can't keep us down. Only way to beat oppression is through our education. Do what you can to bring it back into reservation. Representation that replaces the perpetuated lies. Manifest destiny escalated. If we're living, then we're living for a reason. If we're us down, can't keep us down, can't keep us down, can't keep us down, can't keep us down. We will rebel, whoa, whoa. We will rebel, whoa, whoa. We will rebel, whoa, whoa. We will rebel, whoa. We will rebel. Alright, everybody, give it up for James over there on the bass. Give it up for our powwow drummers over there. Give it up for the drums here. One more try, here we go. I hear you sing with me. Can't keep us down, 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 can't keep us. We will rebel. We will rebel. We will rebel.
So money. Not better than money. That's better than money. Thank you so much. Fucking say it twice too. Don't make it.
All right, this song's a fast one. So this song is for Ed Edmo. Ed Edmo can come open the pit up now. I'm likely to die in the street for being me, but don't nobody give a fuck. Murder our sons and our daughters and walk free, but don't nobody give a fuck. How come we never make the news on TV? Cause don't nobody give a fuck. You're financially benefiting from my tragedy. That's why you don't give a fuck. Don't act like you don't give a fuck. 300 million people waiting for me to lose my grip on the controlling of thousands. So they can lock me in the cages in the pages of history books and label me a savage. Perpetuating stereotypes on the life in a society that's trying to erase me, and simultaneously forcing me to forget the past. Cause it's never changing. I'm a walking relic with a fucking target on my back. I wonder if I'll ever up the check. The type of opportunities that everybody else has. I never stole every leg. I'm broke as fuck. I'm tired of waiting, too stressed out, but I can't even see it now. Cause you call me weak, I'm fucking failing with drugs. Anything you can think of. Wait up, wait up, wait up. Wait up, wait up. I'm losing cousins by the dozens, but it doesn't seem to be enough to warrant any coverage like the media is covering up rewards, been entrusted in the companies that profit after all. But the government that's lusting for the blood that's in our soul. Poison the water and then it watches it burns. And now they're hunting the women, now they're hunting the girls. Not buying, everybody's hanging. Not your concern, we're catching bullets in the back. But it's not your concern, don't trick, keep it steady while you're stepping over the bodies belonging to our families. While you're marching for equality. Likely to die in the street for being me, but don't nobody give a fuck. Murder our sons and our daughters who walk free, but don't nobody give a fuck. How come we never make the news on TV? Cause don't nobody give a fuck. You're financially benefiting from my tragedy. That's why you don't give a fuck. Don't act like you don't give a fuck.
I give a fuck about you all, period.
I appreciate you, I give a fuck about you too.
Thank you. So,
That's all we got out here is each other, right?
yes. Amen.
And fry bread. You gotta stand in line for that.
Answer!
Right on, Stefan. I agree.
All right.
Sharing our pride
Songs
and
for all our
culture.
cousins who go missing.
In different genres of music. Got that
Mia
powwow
grew
drum
up
over there.
at the end of a dirt road. She has a dog on a chain on the side of a double wide home. When she wears her crooked smile, her eyes will hide behind the dark and fine hair that grace her face of youth. Mia grew up at the end of a dirt road. There's a camp near her temple of men who were mining for coal. When she walks from school to home, she takes a dog so she is not alone, to try and save her grace and youth. Of a double wide home. So now when she walks from school to home, she takes a dog so she is not alone, to try and save her grace and youth. Washed up in a lake near a dirt road. There's bruises around her throat, her clothes are torn. Dog lays on its side, his feet are bound and tied with bullets in each eye. The feds called it suicide. They said Mia was depressed, she had a sickness in her head. They find out death on her instead of them. Now the girls in town are scared, as one by one they disappear, and the country finds itself to genocide. Oh. Mia was 9 years old. 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 We got one more for you.
I'm sorry for them sexist tactics of nastiness. I'm sorry.
You're listening to 1846.
Sorry for my white skin.
Punk rock powwow music. Heck yeah.
All right. This is the last song, all right? So you guys, I want to hear you guys screaming real loud for us because everyone thinks we're cool. Resistance, 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 resistance. In this world where they're fighting a war of white and black, I stand a red man, constantly looking over the back, cause there's always somebody ready to rap me for my life, for my land. Holding them at the same time, opposites to crime. They were attacking our humanity, shipping us up a price. While we're picking up the pieces, doing our best to survive from this violence and for silence, and then now this fucking journey. Hey yo, this shit up the middle. 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 Take our babies when they're just little girls, and tell us prostitution is the life that they chose. They rape our babies when they're just little girls, and tell us prostitution is the life that they chose. Oh, tribe. Oh, tribe. Existence, resistance, resilience, resist. Oh, tribe and tribulation, tribe and tribute. All right, this part is for you guys. So I want you guys to sing along with me. We're gonna sing tribes and tribulations, okay? Like this. Oh, tribes and tribulations. Thought you guys were ending. Let me hear you sing. Oh, tribes and tribulations. One more time, real loud. Oh, tribes and tribulations. Let me hear you sing. That's pretty. Hey, there's our shirt over there. So on the count of 4, we're all gonna come in together. All of us, meaning you too, okay? And I want you to sing it real loud because we're in it and we want the city to know that we're here. All right? So sing loud.
All right, guys, make sure you say it. All tribes.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All tribes and tribulations. Oh, tribes and tribulations. Existence, resistance, resilience. Oh, tribes and tribulations. Tribes and tribute. That's our time. We're 1876. Find our music everywhere you can find music.
I do what I'm told. I don't know about you all.
All right, now I know there was just a lot of screaming and talking going on, cheering, but I want to hear one more time. Let's give them, I don't want to say a round of applause, let's give them a war whoop. Come on. Yeah, like I said, I didn't want to say a round of applause. My people, before the clap was brought over through colonization, we had this. And we raised our hands to people. That's how we showed appreciation. So I don't encourage anyone to give a round of applause or bring the clap to any of our indigenous events. So we don't want the clap here. Either one. Hey.
Dirty colonizer.
So up next, we have a short poetry segment. It is sponsored by AC. AC's in the back. Wheeling on up. Give a wave, AC. Let everyone see you. Coming on up front and center. Yeah, let AC hear it. Sponsoring this short poetry segment.
You awesome.
And with this segment, we do have Renee Romanos. She is an activist, artist, writer, and cultural anthropologist whose book, Sweetgrass Talking, was nominated for Oregon Book of the Year.
Awesome.
And she even wrote a poem for this event today.
I'm honored.
So hands up to Renee, and we're gonna get this segment going.
I'm honored.
Thank you for that warm welcome. How is everybody? You having a great time? Come out in the back. Are you having a great time? We are the land. We are the land. Each and every one of us, the bones of our ancestors are in this land.
Me and you.
I'm honored
We are the
to be here
land.
today to share this time and to share a new poem I wrote for Land Back. I wrote this, I'm dedicating this to Amanda.
I love you.
I love you too.
Please run that game. Amanda.
Wind song. The wind carries messages for those with ears to hear. The trees carry signs for those with eyes to see. The forest tells stories to those who can read. The eagle beckons to those whose spirits are free. Sunshine warms my arms, my face. Exposed to the healing rays, my mind drifts away on the fluffy clouds above me. Warmed by the sun, protected from the gentle breeze, I relax. I let go. I let go. Gravity holds me to this earth, to this enveloping buffalo robe beneath me, to the grass and earth beneath the robe, to the spinning planet of my ancestors, as well as of theirs. I feel the spin in my mind and heart. I am one with the earth. I am no one without the earth. Okay, how many people know what a res girl is? We're gonna lighten things up just a smidge. All right, for anybody who doesn't know, if they lean into you and say, hey, what's a res girl? Just tell them.
You don't want to know.
Who's, oh, you're missing her. That's a good one. How many people have Psycho X here? Anybody? Yes, anybody besides me? Oh, really, the odds. Come on, you guys. Y'all are lying. I see you smiling. You're like, yeah, I got 4.
Sharing that wisdom.
Date somebody else.
Appreciate you, brother.
You need to change your time. As the res turns, she's a res girl through and through. She is nothing but trouble, you know it's true. Trading commodity cheese for cigarettes. She'll take your man too on a bet. She'll offer a 12-pack just to make you giggle, then lure him away with a smile and a hip wiggle. You'll be crying in your beer, it'll happen so fast. Don't you worry, it won't last. She'll be bored soon, she prefers the chase. She's a hunter born with a taste for the race. Once she wins, she'll move on, a new man in her sights. She'll just ignore that you had first rights. So choose your man with care, one who's not too cute. Or she'll look at him as her prize and steal your loot. Once he's gone, let him go for good. Don't take him back like your heart says you should. Find one less handsome, one more loyal than the last. You can't win against a res girl, she is much too fast. She wins them away with a wink and a smile, then tosses them after just a little while. Though your heart may be breaking, here's what you should do. Wait till she has a man, then you do it too. So the res turns into the night. Revenge may not be fair, but it sure feels right. Thank you.
Oh, cool, awesome.
I dreamed of a land filled with kind, warm people whose love for their land and sea, for the bounty they provided, was immense, along with their understanding of their responsibility. As stewards of the land and the water, outsiders came to pillage and rape both the land and her people.
No!
Their mutual suffering reverberated through lives and time, devastating to the land, to those who love her. strengthened by our ancestors, those who've gone before, those who have endured the atrocities upon themselves, upon the land and waters, entrusted to us by the Creator. Until the sun rose, as always, upon a new day of reckoning, when the beloved land will once again be treated with kindness and love.
Yes!
By the descendants who love, respect, and cherish her still.
Yeah!
Their love renewing her, just as she sustains us all. Today's stewards of the earth work to sustain her in return.
Thank you! Big power!
Thank you.
Big power!
Eternal song. I feel the song of 1,000 years. I smell the earth of my ancestors. I see the sky that looked on other nations. I hear the song that carries us through the ages. I taste the victory so long denied.
Victory!
I love your enthusiasm.
You love me! You love you awesome!
Thank you.
I
You're pretty
love
awesome
you.
too. I love
Thank
you too.
you!
That's what we have to do. We have to love each other.
Thank you so
We have
much.
to love our planet. Doesn't matter what we look like, doesn't matter where we're from, doesn't matter what job we have, our status, our cars,
That part.
whatever. What matters is we take care of that which sustains us,
part, so
which is this
good.
planet. So I wrote this poem for this event. This is for each and every one of you.
Manifest you!
You can join me on there's kind of a chorus.
I did
You'll pick it
that.
up. Land back.
Land back! Land back!
Land back.
Land back!
Land back.
See, you guys are ready. You're ready.
Land back! Yes,
In
you
1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue, stealing from me and you. Branded as Indians by a lost fool looking for India.
can. Uh-huh.
I'm not an Indian. I am Cheyenne.
Oh!
Land back.
Land back!
Land back.
Land back!
Honor the treaties.
Honor the treaties!
Honor the treaties.
You and me!
Since time immemorial, we have fought colonization, we have battled, we have bled, we have had dog soldiers stake themselves to the ground to protect our retreat,
Not fair!
fighting to the death to protect us.
Honor!
We have had elders, children, everyone in between, raped, murdered, desecrated by those who claim to be civilized.
Bastards!
Land back. Land back.
Land back.
Honor the treaties.
Honor the treaties!
Honor the treaties.
Honor the trees.
We battle today for what is embedded in the U.S. Constitution, not the part that says we are merciless Indian savages.
Those liars!
The part, thank you, the part that says treaties are the supreme law of the land.
Hoorah!
The SCOTUS just said this month that the U.S. government has no responsibility to ensure that tribes have clean water.
Those bastards!
Okay, I don't cuss, but I echo your sentiments. We need a different SCOTUS, y'all.
Fuck!
We fight for the right to keep our children in our communities. We fight for economic development. We fight for
Heather.
water, fishing, hunting, gathering rights. We fight for the rights that are embedded in those treaties that were written for as long as the grass shall grow, as long as the waters flow, or until we find something on your land that we want.
Sharing that wisdom from
Land back.
Stitch.
Land back. Honor the treaties.
Land back.
Honor the treaties.
Honor the trees.
We cannot give up our fight. We cannot give up our rights to clean water, to clean food and healthy lands. We are the stewards of this land.
Honor the trees.
Heal it with
Land
us.
back.
Land back.
Land back!
Land back.
Land back.
Land back now!
Honor the treaties.
Honor the trees.
Honor the treaties. Land back. Land back. Land back. Thank you. My hands go up to each and every one of you for coming out and spending time and helping to learn about what you can do to make this planet exist for the 7th generations to come. Aho.
Aho.
Thank you! Thank you so much!
All right. I think I gotta go right here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Subkecha Renee. We're very happy to have you here. Once again, AC, thank you for sponsoring that poetry segment. Hands go up to you in this time.
Yeah.
Right now, the moment you all been waiting for. Hey, I jokes.
I've been waiting too much.
I will be giving a little demonstration. It will be an open invite to play this game. It's called stick games, bone games, slahal, lahal. Wherever you come from, the people of the water,
Awesome.
the people
Happy
of the
to call you
plains,
friend, Heather.
we play this game. Now this game has transformed into something that people may think is
Right on.
a
Thanks,
gambling game.
Aho, sister.
Before there was ever money involved, before this game got, commercialized, as I might say,
Yeah.
this game was used in a way to prevent war amongst our tribes.
Yeah.
When the chiefs and the headsmen came together from one tribe and another, and they didn't want to battle each other. They didn't want to fight. It's getting close to winter, and our warriors are out there getting all the meats for us to survive through the winter.
Yeah.
And I only have so many warriors here at camp. You only have so many warriors at camp. Instead of going to war and killing these warriors and having these families go without their male provider, let's play this game. Let's settle this by playing this game. Now this game consists of 11 sticks. There are 5 that look alike, as I have in my left hand. There's another 5 that look alike, like I have in my right hand. There's an 11th stick that takes on the form of both sides. That's called the kick stick, or, to explain it a little easier, it's an advantage stick. And so this game also has 2 sets of bones. Originally they were played with real bones. One set of bones consists of a bone with nothing on it, a clear bone, and the other one consists of any kind of carvings if it was used with a real bone, or this one has some colorful tape to represent the same colors that are on the sticks. So the idea of the game is to hide the bones and have the other team pick the bone with the stripe on it. When they do that, when they pick a bone with the stripe on it, they have to throw over one of their sticks. When all the sticks are in play and if they're all in play and they're all on one side, if one team runs out of all their sticks, that means the game is over.
Yes.
So we're gonna come out here and play this game. I got my nephew, my brother, a couple of my brothers here, my daughters, my wife. We're all gonna come out and we'll be the captains, but this is a community game. We invite each and every one of you to come play with us, to come join us in this game. If you want to learn, the easiest way to learn how to play this game is to get in and actually play it. Now there's gonna be 4 hand signs after you. So basically, you want to put the bones behind your back. One will be in each hand. Because I'm holding a mic, I can't really do that. But you'll come out and you'll have the bone hidden in your hand. One in each hand. And then you'll see a sign like that where they're pointing one way. That means they're guessing that hand on that side. You'll see a sign pointing the other way. That means they're guessing that hand on that side. There will be 2 people, 2 sets of bones. So you'll also see a sign like that, like a karate chop right down the middle. That means they're guessing the 2 inside hands. So if we're hiding the bones, that would be my right hand and her left hand, our inside hands. And then you'll also see a point with the thumb up. That means the outside hand. So instead of our inside hands, that would be our outside hands. Those are the 4 signs that you'll see in this game of the guesser. And if you have any trouble of figuring out if you're hiding the bones and you don't know which hand, one of the captains will tell you whether you're on my side, or I think my nephew's gonna point the other side, be the captain of the other side. So, but we encourage you all, we're gonna clear this middle area, and then the 2 teams are gonna be sitting towards each other. And this is how this game is played. So I encourage you all to come out and play, and it's gonna be fun. We gotta just a little bit of time. We're gonna try and get at least 1 game in before we have to wrap this up. Once again, thank you to Portland Parks for coming on out. If you haven't gone over there and checked out the raffle, I think there might be a little bit more time for you to get in on that raffle. I wanna give a big shout out to our 2 interpreters who are here today to assist with the community that often gets forgotten in these events that we host. So we wanted to have them here with us today, and I want to thank them personally, because this is representation of being holistic, being a community, and a community involves everyone. Yeah. But I want to say, let's have fun. Let's play the game. If you want to come on out, you can come sit on this side. I think we're going to move these benches on this side to kind of correlate with these benches. And then, yeah, come on out. We encourage everyone. And AC does have some encouraging sponsorships for this event as well. So if you want to come on out and play, we encourage you to do so. This is a game for kids, adults, even our elders. So come on out and let's have some fun. We'll try to get 1 game in, like I said. Before you leave today, also go visit our food vendors. Go visit the vendors
Outlaws,
that have
I think
continued
that's
to
about it
stay
for my live
open
feed.
and, the
Right now
nonprofit
we're
organizations
moving
that
stuff
came out to
around
join us here
so
today
they can do the
and
stick
see what they're
games.
about. There's a lot of these
So I'm gonna walk
community,
around, see if I know anyone
nonprofits that
here,
come out and they're
check
doing
out the
great
vendors,
things. So I
share my
encourage you to
support for
visit
them.
each and every one of these
So that's
booths.
why we're here
But come on out right
to
now, let's
support
play some
our
stick games.
Indigenous community. So thank you everyone for tuning in and checking me out and helping me share that pride and culture. Right on, Outlaws. So anyway, hope you're having a good day. Hopefully you're adding some culture and heritage into your daily life. Right on, Outlaws. So there we go. You know what's coming up. So anyway, till next time, feathers up, and I'll see you out on the red road. Oh, 1 more comment. Right on, Heather. Thank you for tuning in and sharing your pride and your support.